"Your eyes are beautiful," I told the alien woman, and she was rendered speechless. Evan Ward positioned himself between Sayali and the surging market crowd. He extended his arm like a shield, nudging a hovering drone vendor aside. "This way, Sayali. Stick close. These stalls get pushy around lunch shift." Sayali of Vey glided forward, her iridescent scales shimmering under the station's harsh lights. 4 feet tall, she moved with the precise grace of her Vey diplomat training. Her translator bead nestled in her ear, converting Evan's words to her native clicks and hums. She nodded once, sharp and formal. "Lead on, Liaison Ward. Your station's commerce sector fascinates," Evan grinned, scanning the path ahead. Humans bartered with tentacled traders from Krell space, while avian merchants squawked prices from overhead perches. The air hummed with sizzling street food and overlapping tongues. His job as station liaison? Keep visiting dignitaries like Sayali safe and impressed. No incidents. Director Kess had drilled that in. A burly human elbowed past, nearly clipping Sayali's shoulder fin. "Watch it," he muttered, then turned to her. "Sorry about that. Crowds here don't respect personal space like back home." Sayali's multifaceted eyes, deep violet pools flecked with gold, tilted up at him. "Your buffering efficiency surprises. They delegations travel with escorts thrice your mass," Evan chuckled, guiding her past a stall piled with glowing fruits. "Humans make do. Want to try a sample? These berries reset your taste buds." He plucked one from a free tray, offering it palm up. She hesitated, then extended a delicate claw. The berry vanished into her mouth slit. Her scales rippled. A vague sign of pleasure, Mira had briefed him. Unexpected tang. Acceptable. "Glad you approve." Evan kept pace, his boots thudding on the grated deck. Mira Jalen trailed a step behind, fiddling with her tablet. The linguist adjusted translations on the fly, her glasses slipping down her nose. "Evan, ask her about Vey trade protocols next. Could seal that mineral deal. Got it." He glanced at Sayali. Her posture stayed rigid, but she matched his stride without flinching. "Progress." "Sayali, your delegation mentioned crystal exports. What makes Vey crystals so stable for our reactors?" "Resonance, harmonics," she replied through the bead, attuned to stellar frequencies. Humans adapt them crudely, yet effectively. A faint hum escaped her vents. Approval again. Evan met her gaze fully then. Those eyes locked on, endless and alive, reflecting the market's chaos like twin galaxies. "Without thinking," he said, "your eyes are beautiful." Sayali froze mid-step, her claw unclenched. The translator bead slipped from her ear and clattered to the deck. Time slowed. The market noise faded to a roar in Evan's ears. Sayali's scales locked rigid, colors draining to matte gray. Her vent sealed shut. No breath. No hum. "Sayali?" Evan knelt, palm hovering over the bead. "Don't touch." Protocol said Vey artifacts were personal. Mira gasped behind him. "Evan, what did you say?" My feed glitched. Security klaxons blared. Red lights pulsed along the market arches. 2 armored humans in station blue dropped from an overhead walkway, stun batons drawn. "Step back. Protocol breach." Evan rose slowly, hands visible. "Easy. We're on a sanctioned tour." A third figure pushed through, Director Hano Kess, his protocol chief badge gleaming. The wiry alien scaled like a lizard but from a different world, jabbed a datapad at Evan. "Liaison Ward, isolate them both." They attaché reports, binding declaration, eyes and form praise. That's a marital vow in their code. Evan's stomach dropped. "What?" I just complimented her. Kess's frills flared. Human casualness kills alliances. Security. Quarantine pod C7. Now. The guards gripped Evan's arms. He twisted free, gently. Competence without fight. "Director." "Let me explain." Mira grabbed the bead. Mira scooped it up, dodging a guard. Sayali's rigid. That's Vey shock freeze. Cultural lock. Sayali didn't resist as a guard lifted her. Her eyes stayed fixed ahead, unblinking. Evan matched their stride to the quarantine wing. "Kess, this is a misunderstanding. I meant no offense. Save it for review." Kess sealed the pod door behind them. Transparent walls hummed to life, locking them in a sterile cube. Observation cams whirred. Inside, Evan faced Sayali across the 10-foot space. She perched on the bench, Claws interlocked, scales still gray. Mira hovered by the control panel, syncing the bead. Talk to me, Saeli. Evan kept his voice steady, hands open. Did I break protocol? Her vents hissed, a shaky exhale. The bead clicked back into her ear. You declared. Eyes beautiful, orm binding. They law. Such words chain fates. Public gaze seals it. Evan blinked. Mira whistled low. Oh, Evan, vague culture. Eye contact plus beauty remark equals proposal. Binding, no divorce clause. I didn't know. He sat cross-legged on the floor, level with her. No looming. Back home, it's just kindness. Means I like your eyes, nothing more. Saley's head tilted fractionally. Gold flecks stirred in her iridescence. Kindness?
Humans declare without intent? Mira nodded, tapping her tablet.
Translation nuance. Beautiful scans neutral in English, but Beirut is worthy mate. My fault. Should have flagged it. Evan shot her a look. Fix it now. Working on it. Mira sank to patch. Saeli query. Does intent matter in Vey law? Saeli's claws flexed. Intent hidden. Words public. Declaration stands unless challenged in Triad Council. Evan leaned forward. Challenge it then. I withdraw the words. No binding. Her scales flickered. Pink flush. Withdrawal insults. Implies unworthiness. Mira's eyes widened. Evan, you're deepening the hole. They value precision. Half measures shame. He rubbed his jaw. Practical fix. Humans, solved with words, not weapons. Saeli, look at me. He met her gaze deliberate. Your eyes remain beautiful. I stand by it, not as binding vow. As truth. Choose. Accept as compliment or demand counsel. Brief. Then vents hummed steady. Choice? They declarations absolute. Not here. Evan smiled soft. Station law prioritizes consent. Yours. Kessa's voice crackled over intercom. Review in 5. Ward. Humans always complicate. They embassy demands separation. Saeli's claws scraped the bench. Director assumes fault yours. Human fault. Evan shrugged. He assumes mine because I'm human. Prove him wrong together? Her multifaceted eyes held his. Gold swirled brighter. Together. Test this. Consent. Mira grinned. Patch uploaded. Say admire optic beauty. Non-binding. No. Evan shook his head. Direct. Saeli. I admire your eyes. They show strength. No chains. Partners? Scales bloomed full rainbow. She rose, stepping close. Personal space breached by her choice. Partners. Clarify. Human compliments free? Always. He offered a hand. She placed her claw atop. Light pressure. Kess burst in with 2 guards. Attaché. Extraction. Saeli clicked sharp. Bead translating. Stand down, director. Declaration clarified. Human intent. Empathy bridge. We proceed. Kess's frills drooped, but protocol adapts. Saeli withdrew her claw, scales vibrant. Evan roared buffers well, eyes worthy, non-binding. Evan stood, hiding his grin. Mira fist-pumped silently. Kess scowled. Fine. Tour resumes under watch. No more. Bridges. As they exited, Saeli leaned near Evan. Whisper through bead. Teach more human free words. Death crow. Evan nodded, buffering her from the hall crowd again. Deal. Next, your vents. They glow when pleased.
She hummed. Delighted. One compliment bridged chasms.
But Kess watched close. One slip, and security stayed. In the market's din, a new drone vendor hawked glowing beads. Saeli pointed. Sample? Evan laughed. Your turn to lead. Her claw guided his arm now. Trust flipped the script, but whispers rippled. Vey embassy incoming. Real test loomed. Saeli's claw squeezed Evan's arm. Whispers surged from the market crowd. Vey robes swept in. 3 diplomats. Frills rigid. Evan Ward! The lead Vey hissed through his bead. Attaché Saeli. Embassy summons. Protocol violation. Evan stepped forward, buffering Sayali. Director Kess cleared us. Tours protocol compliant. Frills quivered. Cleared. Human words bind. Embassy reviews logs. Sayali's vents glowed faint. She clicked soft. Bead. Evan buffers. Embassy overreacts. Guards flank them. Evan met her gaze. Steady. No flinch. Stick close. We clarify. They marched to Protocol Bay. Mira waited inside. Tablet glowing. Kess paced. Mandibles clicking. Lockdown. Kess snapped. Ward, you triggered bonding claim. Law. I praise seals pairs. Embassy demands extraction or severance. Evan crossed arms. Translator said admire optic beauty. Non-binding. Cultural glitch. Fix it. Mira tapped furiously. Logs confirm. No mistranslation. Lexicon flags it as thou. Sally's scales dulled. She stood rigid beside Evan. Kess thrust a tablet. Sign this. Standard script. Deny intent. Apologize formally. End contact. Lawyers prepped it. Evan scanned the lines. Deny. Apologize. Sever. No questions. He shoved it back. No. That's a cage. Sayali. What did my words mean to you? Direct. Tell me. Silence hit. Kess's frills spiked. Ward. Protocol. Sayali raised a claw. Vents hummed low. She recited, voice precise. Optic beauty claimed, binds life paths. Strength shared. Vents eternal. Pear claw offered. Rejection, death shame. Her scales flushed deep violet. Bead stuttered on the vow's edge. Kess gaped. On record, repeat for logs. No. Sayali's click sharpened. Vow private. Human asked truth. Truth given. Mira's eyes widened. She rewound translator logs. Fingers flying. There. I admire your eyes. They show strength. In ve corlex. Bonding claim. Pious bind. No casual use. Ever. Evan nodded slow. Pieces clicked. Human complement. Simple lift. Ve culture. Life oath. Sayali's gaze locked his. Vents. Pulsed brighter. Private meet. Evan staked it. Me and Sayali. Clarify intent. My job on the line. If I fail, fire me. Embassy watches. Lead diplomat's frills twitched. Audacious. Human stakes self. Kess scowled. Insane. Protocol. Adapts. Sayali echoed her earlier line. Scales bloomed gold. Evan chooses clear. We proceed. Guards cleared the bay. Door hissed shut. Just Evan and Sayali. She circled him, vents glowing steady. Claw hovered near his hand. Human free words. Explain. Evan kept voice level. Humans compliment eyes to say, I see you. Strong. Beautiful. No chains. No bind unless both say yes, clear. Her head tilted. Scales shifted teal. Curiosity. Ve. Optic vow, first step eternal. Rejection severs vents. Death follows. He nodded. Harsh. Humans choose daily. Partners, revocable. Free. Sayali's claw brushed his palm. Light. Testing. You offered hand. No claw pressure. Free choice? Always. Evan held still. Your move. She pressed firm. Vents flared rainbow. Strength seen. Empathy bridges. Non-binding bow. Test it. He grinned faint. Teach me Ve signals. Fair trade. Her hum vibrated air. Vents glow. Pleasure. Scales violet. Trust. Gold. Pear curious. Claw lingered. Warmth seeped through skin. Door buzzed. Mira peeked. Logs clean. Embassy accepts private fix. Kess fumes. But Sayali's status holds. Sayali withdrew slow. Evan Ward. Buffer supreme. They exited. Kess blocked hall. Job spared. This time. No more free words. Script. Next incident. Evan shrugged. Clarity 1. Learn it. Sayali leaned close. Whisper bead. More lessons. Human compassion. Intoxicating. Market Din called. Her claw grazed his arm again. Choice. Not chance. But embassy drones hummed overhead. Whispers grew. They High Council queries bonding logs. Evan buffered the stairs. Trust built fast. One slip. Chasm reopened. Sayali's vents glowed as they wove through stalls. She pointed to spice drones. Sample. Human free taste? He laughed. Lead on. Her guidance pulled him deeper. Scales vibrant against his sleeve. Kess trailed at distance, frills taut. Mira synced beads nearby. Evan. Her Lex ping's fascination spike. You're rewriting protocols. Good. He kept pace with Sayali's stride, one bridge at a time. Vendor thrust beads. Sayali selected 2. Matching glows. Pair sample. Non-binding. Evan took 1. Deal. Crowd parted for her status, but eyes lingered on their arms. Linked now. Evade approached. Attaché. Council feed active. Clarify pair status. Sayali clicked firm. Clarified. Human empathy. Bridge active. Proceed. Ide's frills drooped, backed off. Evan exhaled. Stakes climbed. Her claw tightened. Trust anchor. In quieter stall, she halted. Vents dimmed private. Evan. They fear free choice. Chaos breeds. He met her eyes. Strength mirrored. Humans fear chains. Empathy chooses. Scales bloomed full. Claw to his shoulder. Intimate press. Teach chaos control. Partners practice. Heart-caked. Always free. Her hum deepened. Body language sealed it. No words needed. Kess comment. Ward. Embassy formal dinner. You escort. Under watch. Real test landed. Evan nodded to Sayali. Ready? Claw linked arm, buffered. They turned toward lights. Whispers chased. Human bridged Vey chasm. Embassy watched every step. Dinner bay loomed. High Council arrived. Frills imperial. Sayali leaned. Your words started. Ours finish. Evan buffered the doors open. Strength shared. Bridge held, but Council aide's gaze pierced. Human. Recite intent. On vow record. Stakes peaked. Evan's turn. He stepped forward. Direct. Admiration. No bind. Partners by choice. Silence. Frills quivered. Sayali's claw pressed his back. Vents glowed defiant. Council murmured. Lead nodded slow. Human clarity. Novel. Relief hit. Scales rainbowed. Kess deflated. Mira grinned. But lead added. Trial period. Cohab quarters assigned. Test free choice. Sayali's hum spiked. Claw gripped tight. Evan hid grin. Job intact? Kess grunted. Miracle. Quarters awaited. Private now. Trust tested intimate. Door hissed shut behind them. Sayali's gaze held. Teach more. Evan, he offered hand. Partners practice. Claw met palm. Vents eternal glow. One compliment bridged worlds. Empathy won, but trial loomed long. Evan slammed his palm on Director Kess's desk. No tribunal. Supervised he. Now. Kess's scales flattened. The protocol chief leaned back, frills tight. Ward, you claimed Sayali. Law demands formal hearing. Her delegation insists. Evan held the stare. T fixes it faster. I clarify words. She defines terms. Witnesses log everything. No escalation. Mira Jalen shifted beside him. The linguist tapped her tablet. Translations confirm. His compliments scanned as binding praise. But context. Human idiom. T allows real-time correction. Kess's vents flickered orange. Irritation. Risky. They, high status, don't negotiate intimacy publicly. Evan crossed arms. Exactly. Private claim retracted under supervision. Builds trust. Station rep intact. Silence stretched. Kess eyed the comm logs. Sayali's delegation hovered outside. Finally nod. 1 hour. Observation lounge. I supervise. Mira translates. Mess up. Tribunal resumes. Evan exhaled. Done. They marched to the lounge. Sayali waited at the round table, scales muted gray, claw tips drummed polymer surface. 2 Vey aides flanked her, frills alert. Kess took position by the door. Mira synced her earpiece. Evan poured steaming kelp tea, neutral brew, station standard. Steam curled. He slid a cup to Sayali. Sayali of Vey. I retract my unintended claim. Her vents pulsed yellow. Caution. Gaze flicked to his, then away. No lock, Mira murmured. Good. Brief eye contact only. Evan nodded. My words, Your scales shimmer like starlight. In human speech, simple admiration. No bind, no ownership. Sally's frills quivered. Human. Praise of form declares pair bond. I hold seals. You triggered my vent's glow response. Evan leaned forward, palms up, empty hands. No threat. Mistake mine. Teach me right way. Define acceptable signals. Eye contact, praise, touch. What honors without claiming? Aids hissed soft. Kess tensed. Mira's tablet beeped, recording. Asaeli sipped tea. Scales brightened fraction, precise. Rule 1. Eye contact. Fleeting scan. Under 3 heartbeats. Deeper gaze binds intent, Evan repeated. Eye contact. Fleeting scan. Under 3 heartbeats. Rule 2. Praise. Fact only. No poetry. Scales efficient sheen. No similes. No beauty words. Praise. Fact only. Scales efficient sheen. No similes. No beauty. Rule 3. Touch. Claw to palm clasp for alliance. Shoulder press intimate. Pair only. Arm link buffered public. Touch. Claw to palm alliance. Shoulder intimate pair. Arm link buffered public. Asaeli hummed low. Approval. Vents settled blue. Recite full. Evan did. Word perfect. Aids relaxed frills. Kess grunted. Public retraction now. Asaeli said. She rose. Gestured wide. Lounge doors open. Station crew gathered outside. Whispers buzzing. Evan stood. Faced the crowd. Kess activated overhead recorder. Station log. Evan Ward retracts any claim on Sally of Vey. No bind intended. Admiration human normal. Rules accepted. Crew murmured. Vey aides nodded. Sally stepped beside him. Claw brushed his sleeve. Buffered link. Kess cleared vents. Logged. Incident closed. Doors hissed shut. Supervisors filed out. Mira winked. Clean pivot, Evan. Alone now. Lounge dimmed to private mode. Sally turned. Vents glowed soft. Evan met her gaze. Fleeting scan. 2 heartbeats. Scales efficient sheen. Her hum deepened. Scales bloomed teal. Correct form. Honored. He offered palm. Alliance. Claw met skin. Warm grip. Alliance. Teach more?
Always. Heart kick steady.
But calm buzzed. Kess's voice. Ward. Sally's delegation requests cultural exchange demo. Lounge. 10 minutes. Observed. Evan squeezed once. Released. Sayeli's frill flared, eager. Test accelerated. They buffered arms. Doors parted. Crew watched closer now. Sayeli leaned in. Your correction. Bridges. Evan buffered the door wider. Whispers swelled. Human words mended Vey rift. Lounge filled. Vey High Council arrived early. Frills imperial. Aides bowed. Sayeli's claw pressed his arm. Buffered claim. Kess hovered. Protocol. No unlogged intimacy. Evan nodded. Logged rules hold. Council lead scanned them. Scales rigid. Human. Recite rules. On record. Evan stepped forward. Voice clear. Eye contact. Fleeting scan. Under 3 heartbeats. Praise. Fact only. No poetry. Like scales efficient sheen. Touch. Claw to palm alliance. Shoulder intimate pair. Arm link buffered public. Leads vents flickered. Memorized. Novel. Sally hummed. He learns precise. Partners practice. Council murmured. Mira translated live. Kess deflated. Relief. Lead nodded slow. Trial exchange. Supervised demos. Free choice monitored. Evan hid grin. Sally's claw gripped tighter. Buffered promise. Demo started. Evan demonstrated human handshake. Claw to palm variant. Sally mirrored. Scales rainbowed. Crew gasped. Vey frills quivered awe. Human normal. Extraordinary flex. Next. Praise drill. Evan. Vents efficient glow. Fact. Safe. Sally's hum spiked joy. Human empathy. Controls chaos. Kess logged furious. Mira grinned wide. Demo peaked. Sally offered shoulder press. Intimate test? No. Buffered arm first. Evan linked. Strengths shared. Council approved. But lead added. Cohab trial. Quarters assigned. Test sustained choice. Sally's gaze held. Fleeting. Approved. Ready? Evan nodded. Partners practice. They turned toward quarters wing. Whispers chased. Human bridged V code. Quarters door hissed open. Private, sealed. Saili's claw found palm. More rules? Or practice? Evan pulled her inside. Door shut. Your lead. Vents eternal glow. Scales pressed close. One corrected compliment sealed worlds. Trial loomed. Trust ignited. Evan traced claw tip alliance hold. Scales efficient sheen. Vents precise signal. Saili hummed deep. Shoulder leaned. Intimate now. Human words bind by choice. Heart synced. Bridge held firm. But external compinct soft. Mira. Evan, council addendum. Dinner, escort, you two, full watch. Real stakes landed. Saili's frill flared defiant. Our bridge, their test. Evan buffered her arm. Together, prove. They stepped out. Embassy lights beckoned. Empathy's win. Trial just began. Evan strode into the cultural workshop, boots echoing off the station's alloy deck. Rows of chairs faced a raised platform. Saili Ove stood there, her scales shimmering under the vent's steady glow. Frills framed her neck, quivering slightly. 20 crew members watched, tablets ready. Director Hanno Kess glowered from the front row. I'll volunteer as the demonstration partner, Evan said, raising his hand. Heads turned. Mira Jalen, the human linguist, shot him a thumbs up from her seat. Saili's multifaceted eyes locked on him. Brief, precise, her claw gestured. Human Evan Ward. Approach. He climbed the platform. The air hummed with her vent's soft pulse, a bioluminescent signal of calm. Crew murmured, they diplomats prized precision. Humans muddled through with flexibility. Goal, test human small talk, Saili announced. Her voice clicked like polished stones. Non-binding chatter, logs required for report. She tapped her wrist pad. Begin, state your role.
Station liaison, Evan replied. I smooth interactions.
Purpose, build trust, prevent misunderstandings. Her frills stilled, efficient. Log, direct utility and chaos control. She turned to the room. Humans layer words. They bind intent. Test continues. Mira leaned forward. Saili, try how's your day? Standard opener. Saili faced Evan. Eyes met. Fleeting for her, steady for him. Query, status of your cycle? Crew chuckled. Evan smiled. Good so far. Yours? Optimal. Vents signal green. She logged it. Frills quivered. Human evasion noted. Next, Mira called. Nice shirt. Appearance neutral? Saili's claw hovered. For they, remarks on form sealed pacts. Caution. She eyed Evan's uniform. Your overlay. Etiquette weave? Evan nodded. Thanks. Keeps the chill off. No big deal. Logged. Casual form praise. No bind detected. Her vents brightened. Crew leaned in. Kess tapped his pad, frowning. Evan felt the rhythm. Vague precision met human adaptability. Your turn. Compliment something. Saili paused. Vents, efficient pattern. Safe fact, appreciate it, he said. Room relaxed. Mira grinned. Escalate, praise drill. Specifics matter. Saili hummed approval. Human. Praise Vey trait. Evan scanned her. Scales caught light. Iridescent efficiency. Your scales have a precise sheen. Signals clear. Gasps rippled. Saili's frills flared wide. Vents spiked blue. Joy. Binding words. Her eyes held his longer. Log. Appearance declaration. Intent chosen. Respect. Evan said. Human normal. Kess stood. Irregular. Protocol breach. Observation, Saili corrected. Claw gripped her pad. Human empathy buffers. Tension eased. Then Lieutenant Rourke, a junior officer in back, snorted loud. Those bug eyes of hers creep me out. Glowing like faulty vents. Tell her exactly that, liaison. Accurate translation. Earn your pay. Room froze. Crew shifted. Rourke smirked, arms crossed. Mira winced. Kess's face hardened. Evan's jaw tightened. Goal. Diffuse. Rourke's cheap joke tested station unity. They eyes weren't bug. They parsed light spectra humans couldn't. Mockery? Direct rejection of bond offer. He faced Rourke. Calm. No. That's not respect. Rourke laughed. Come on, Ward. Truth hurts. Translated word for word. She's logging everything. Sally's frills drooped. Vents dimmed red. Insult registered. Eyes flicked away. Claw clenched. Evan stepped forward, voice steady. Eyes like that see more than we do. Mocking them dismisses her skill. Not happening. Rourke blinked. You're soft. Aliens eat that weakness. Wrong. Evan turned to Sila. Lieutenant means no harm. Human humor misfires. Apology protocol? She nodded once. Frills twitched. Eye reference. Sever bond. Correct with counterpraise. Claw offer optional. Evan faced the room. Everyone hears this. Rourke, stand. Eyes front. Rourke hesitated. Kess nodded sharp. Rourke rose, red-faced. Repeat after me, Evan said. Your eyes capture full spectrum. Precise signal. I honor. Rourke grumbled. Crew watched. Mira mouthed encouragement. Your eyes capture full spectrum. Rourke echoed. Precise signal. I honor. Sally's vents flickered green. Frills lifted. Logged. Guided correction. Bind mended. Evan gestured Rourke forward. Claw offer seals it. Palm up. Rourke extended hand. Sally touched claw to palm. Brief press. Vents synced bright. Room exhaled. Applause scattered. Kess logged. Expression neutral. Workshop adjourns, Sally said. Human Evan Ward. Competence proven. Partnership demo? Evan met her gaze. Ready. Mira clapped. Nailed the buffer. Post-workshop buzz filled the corridor. Evan walked silently to the observation deck. Crew nodded respect. Rourke slunk away, chastened. Your intervention, Siley said. Claw brushed his sleeve. Code demands severance. You rebuilt. Team effort, Evan replied. You hend his fixed social breaks. You set the rules. Vents glowed steady. Fascination. Species difference. Precision locks. Humans. Choose unlock. They reached the deck. Stars wheeled outside the viewport. Her frills quivered close. Practice? She asked. Small talk escalates. Evan nodded. Your lead. Human custom. Shoulder contact. She offered arm-buffered formal. He linked elbows. Strength shared. Warm scales against fabric. Solid grip. Intimate test, she hummed. Passed. Kess calmed in. Ward. Sayali. Council review. Cohab trial proposed. Quarters shared. Sustained choice? Evan glanced at her. Frills defiant. Acceptable. Affirmative. Siley clicked. Eyes held. Binding now. By choice. Mira pinged Evan's pad. Dinner escort addendum. Full watch. Show 'em the bridge. They turned toward quarters. Whispers trailed. Human bridged vacode. Door hissed open. Private space sealed. Sally's claw found his palm. More rules? Practice? Evan pulled her inside. Door shut. Your lead. Vents glowed eternal. Scales pressed near. He traced claw tip. Scales efficient sheen. Vents. Precise signal. Siley leaned shoulder to shoulder. Hum deep. Human words bind by choice. Heartbeats synced. Bridge held. External comm pinged. Mira, Evan. Council watch starts now. Dinner. Together. Siley's frill flared. Our bridge. Their test. Evan buffered her arm. Together. Embassy lights beckoned, but a shadow lingered. Rourke's glare from the hall. Trial ignited. Trust tested anew. Zyali halted. One query. Your praise.
Intent? Evan smiled. Start.
Build from there. Her vents blazed. Claw tightened. Worlds aligned. They stepped out. Station thrummed. Empathy's win loomed larger. In the embassy antechamber, servers bustled. Kess waited, arms crossed. Protocol. Seated apart until cleared. Sayali clicked, descent. Bridge proven. Side by side. Evan backed her. Human norm. Partners equal. Kess yielded. Logged. Dinner commenced. Dishes clashed. Human synth steak. They crystal fruits. Conversation flowed. Mira slid in beside Evan. Translations holding. Her idiom scanners gold. Perfect, he said. Watched Sally across table. Eyes met hers. Chosen lock. Junior officers chatted. Orc sulked silent. Good. Saley raised claw. Toast. Human flexibility tempers Vey steel. Glasses clinked. Crew echoed. Kess nodded. Trial proceeds. Quarters tonight. Post-dinner they entered assigned space. Door sealed. Tension hummed. Saley shed outer robe. Scales full gleam. Intimacy protocol? Evan buffered space. Talk first. Your pace. She hummed. Frills wide. Human compassion extraordinary. Claw to palm. Press deepened. Vents synced pulses. He leaned. Eyes precise. Honor them. Binding sealed. Choice made. Calm. Buzzed urgent. Kess. Incident. Rourke filed grievance. Human favoritism. Evan snatched the comb from his belt. Kess's voice crackled through. Ward. Report to Protocol Bay. Now. Rourke claims human favoritism violated neutrality. Saeli's frills snapped shut. She pulled on her robe. Grievance baseless. Bridge proven. Evan buffered her claw with his palm. Stay here. I'll handle it. He glanced at the sealed door. Tension coiled in his gut. Rourke's grudge simmered too hot. She clicked dissent. A company. United front. Not yet. He squeezed her scales gently. Trust my play. Door hissed open. He stepped into the corridor. Embassy hum vibrated the deck. Protocol bay doors parted. Kess paced before a hollow display. Rourke loomed in the corner, mandibles twitching. Mira hunched over a translator pad, fingers flying. Kess jabbed the display. Rourke witnessed eye lock during dinner. Claims it binds Veon protocol to human bias. Evan crossed arms. Eye contact's human normal. Saley's choice. Rourke rasped. They bind deeper. Witnessed favoritism. Mira looked up. Translation glitch? Vion lock implies intent. Kess. Fixed Evan. Incident logged. Trial paused. Separation review tomorrow. Evan leaned in. Bridge test passed. No separation. Rules bind all. Kess waved him out. Quarters. Await orders. Back in assigned space. Saley waited. Frills flared wide. Outcome? Evan buffered the bed edge. Rourke stirred trouble. Review tomorrow. She hummed low. Claw extended. A shimmering fabric unrolled from her pouch. An eye veil, translucent scales woven fine. Vion script pulsed along edges. Accept. Protective custody. Evan froze. Veil gleamed under lights. What's that mean exactly? Shields your eyes. Binds my guard. She draped it toward him. Claim it. He buffered her claw. Hold. Need Mira's check first. Comm buzzed. He patched Mira through. Veil gift. Legal weight? Mira's hollow flickered on. She scanned the fabric. Whoa. Veon pair veil. Marks custody. Exclusive protection. Legal bond. Like proposing marriage, but diplomatic grade. Sayali's vents hissed. Precisely. Protection earned. Evan's pulse spiked. Public or private? Binding either. Mira grinned. Pot move, Evan. He cut the link. Met Sayali's gaze. Beautiful gift, but station rules clash. Kessel flip. Revoke if weak. Her claw retracted halfway. No. He took the veil. Fabric cooled his skin. Wear it proud. With me. Her frills bloomed full. Vents synced to his breath. Dawn cycle hummed. Comm blared station-wide. All hands. Protocol alert. Unauthorized bonding detected. Evan bolted upright. Saley stirred beside him. Veil draped his eyes now. Script glowing faint. Protocol bay swarmed. Kess stood at podium, hollow projecting the veil scan. Rourke flanked him. Smug. Officers murmured. Kess pointed. Ward. Explain Veon pair veil in your quarters. Evan stepped forward. Veil secured. Gift accepted. Mutual. Saley entered behind. Scales gleamed. Custody declared. Bridge complete. Gasps rippled. Rourke chittered. Insult. Human taints they honor. Kess slammed console. Unauthorized pair bonding. Evidence. Veil scan. Witness logs. Separation order. Saley to embassy isolation. Ward to human wing. Effective now. Mira pushed through crowd. Hold. Translation confirms protective custody, not full bond. Cultural bridge, not breach. Kess. Scroll data. Vi law. Vile equals claim. Station protocol forbids unsanctioned pairs. Saeli's claw slashed air. Human earned. Revoke order. Evan buffered her side. Station eyes locked on them. Director, one chance. We fight this together? Kess narrowed eyes. Fight how? Public choice. Evan turned to Saeli, voice steady. Revoke the veil now. Clear the air. Or stand with me. Fight the order. Your call. Silence crushed the bay. Saeli's vents flared hot. Frills quivered. She scanned his face. Eyes. His precise ones. Held hers. Claw rose. Touched the veil. Pulled it free. Officers leaned in. Then she draped it back. Script blazed brighter. Fight. With you. Cheers erupted from human crew. Rourke recoiled. Kess's console beeped override alerts. Logged. Kess barked. Tearing set. 8 hours. Prepare defenses. Evan gripped her claw. Scales warmed under his fingers. Your choice. Solid. She hummed deep. Human clarity. Bind stronger. Mira slapped his back. Nailed it. Veon legals incoming. I'll decode. Bay cleared. They walked corridors side by side. Station thrummed with whispers. Rourke's glare burned from a side passage. Evan buffered her pace. Why the veil? Real reason. Protects what honors. Claw pressed his palm. Your praise unlocked. Eyes first, then this. He smiled. Simple compliment started it. Simple? Revolutionary. Vents synced. Frills brushed his arm. Quarters sealed. Tension eased to hum. Saeli shed robe. Scales full shimmer. Intimacy now? Post-choice. Evan buffered space. Your lead. Talk or more. Claw tugged his shirt. More. Trust built. He leaned in. Lips met her frill edge. Soft vent warmth. Her hum vibrated through. Scales parted under careful hands. Vian precision met human touch. Vents flared in rhythm. Claw traced his jaw. Eyes, still precise. Always. He buffered her core. Pulses aligned. Peak hit. Shared gasp. Bodies locked. Afterglow hummed. She nested against him. Bond holds. Evan traced veil script on bedside. Holds. Will win hearing. Compinged private. Mira. Leak. Rourke pushing full expulsion. Dig in. Saeli stirred. Claw tightened. Trial true ignites. Evan buffered her. Together. Embassy shadows loomed larger. But her choice burned bright. Hearing chamber filled fast. Kess at head. Veon elders flanked embassy rep. Rourke testified first. Human deceit. Veil stolen honor. Saeli rose. False. Gift chosen. Veil gleamed on Evan's chest now. Pinned proud. Evan followed. Compliment sparked. Empathy bridged. No deceit. Mira projected scans. Cultural match. Human normal. Extraordinary to Vey. Elders clicked. One spoke. Veil valid. Custody proven. Kess drummed claws. Station security? Evan met his gaze. Bridge strengthens all. Partners equal. Rourke lunged. Insult. Security pinned him. Chaos boiled. Saeli buffered Evan. Claw locked. United. Kess raised hand. Deliberation. Doors sealed. Weight dragged. Whispers buzzed. Doors parted. Kess emerged. Order revoked. Pair status probationary. Monitor success. Relief crashed. Crew cheered. Saeli hummed victory. Frills wide against him. Outside, station lights gleamed. Rourke dragged away. Grudge lingered. Evan smiled. Your sweetest gesture. Dacian's accusation flipped. Bridge eternal. Claw intertwined. Steps synced. But calm whispered new alert. Deeper threat stirred. Veyan homeworld query incoming. Bond tested afar. Her vents quickened. Ready? Always. Empathy's win expanded. Worlds waited. Evan squeezed Saeli's claw as the comm alert pierced the corridor hum. Ward and Saeli of Vey. Protocol chamber. Homeworld query. Active. Immediate formalization required. Saeli's frills flared against his arm. She clicked once. Sharp. They pivoted. Steps locked. Station crew parting like waves. Doors hissed open. Director Hano Kess loomed at the chamber head. Claws tapping a data slate. They and elders flickered in hollow projection, vents pulsing. Mira Jalen hunched over her translator rig, nodding at Evan. Sit, Kess barked. Probationary pair status triggers this. Vey Homeworld demands proof. No human trickery. Evan guided Siley to the bench. Her veil shimmered on his chest, pinned like a badge. He met Kess's glare, goal clear, lock in their bond before expulsion loomed again. Kess projected the station's incident log. Human complement breached Vey protocol. Eye contact plus appearance remark equals binding vow. Sayeli's veil transfer confirms insult-level intimacy. Human intent, deception. Sayeli's vents hissed. Frills snapped shut. Evan raised a hand. Director, let's clarify intent first. Human custom. He slid a datapad across the table. Plain language statement, line by line. Sayeli amends as she chooses. Kess drummed clause. Irrelevant. Log stands. Mira tapped her rig. Translation matrix live. Veon precise. Matches human directness. 80 to 7%. Evan read the first line aloud. Voice steady. I, Evan Ward, complimented Sayeli's frill patterns because they caught my eye. No binding intent. Sayeli's claw flexed in his. She leaned forward, eyes locking his. Deliberate now. Amend. Frills pleased. Human sight shares joy. Amend accepted. Elders clicked approval. One elder's vents slowed. Kess leaned in. Flattery. Next, Evan continued. I maintained eye contact to show focus and respect. Per human empathy practice. Sayeli hummed low. Amend. Eyesbridge. Veon holds gaze for pact only. Human offers choice. Amend. Choice honored. Mira grinned. Matrix confirms. Choice registers as novel Veon concept. No precedent, crew murmured. Kess silenced them with a claw swipe. Third line. Evan spoke slower. Veil gift shocked me. I accepted to affirm her autonomy. Not claim. Sayeli's frill brushed his shoulder. Amend. Veil explores bond, not chain. Human asks, does not seize. Amend true. Evan nodded. Your words now. She straightened, facing the hollows. Full statement. Human sparked. I chose response. No deceit. Kess snarled. Veon law frames this as coercive. Human lured high-status specialist into insult. Station enforces expulsion unless vow revoked. She slammed her data slate down. Reject framing. File counter complaint. Coercive protocol. Kess assumes guilt. Ignores choice. Veon code. Section 47 voluntary pact supersedes assumption. Elders buzzed. Led elders' frills widened. Counterlogged. Homeworld reviews. Kess recoiled. This delays, Evan cut in. Director, humans check consent live. Demonstrate? He turned to Sally. Q&A. Public. Your words only. She nodded, claw tight in his. Frills relaxed. Evan started. Siley, did my compliment intend a vow? No. Gift of sight. Did eye contact bind you against will? No. Invited depth. Veil transfer your choice alone? Yes. Explored human heart. Chamber hushed. Mira's rig beeped. Veon neural scan truth peak. Empathy markers off charts. Human normal registers extraordinary. Kess's claws. Scraped. Theatrics. Evan pressed. Sayeli, affirm pair status now? She rose, facing all. Vents steady. Vow response. Claw to claw. Frill to eye. Exploration. Not possession. Bridge eternal. Elders synchronized clicks. Lead spoke. Redefines pact. Voluntary. Accepted. Kess froze. Probation holds. Monitor. Sayeli sat. Frill curling around Evan's arm. Victory hummed through her touch. Mira pinged Evan's comm private. Homeworld feed live. They saw rewrite. Evan buffered Sayeli's side against Kess's glare. Goal met. Bond formalized. Conflict crushed by choice. Doors unsealed. Crew outside clapped. Rourke's glare burned from security escort, but Sayeli ignored him. They stepped into the promenade. Station lights danced off her scales. Your rewrite, Evan said. Rules bent. Rules born anew. Her claw intertwined tighter. Comm buzzed. Mira. Homeworld response, specialist pair approved. But query addendum, joint mission to VE, test bridge there. Sayali's vents quickened, worlds call. Evan smiled, together. Her frill flared wide, brushing his cheek. Intimacy. Chosen. But Rourke's parting hiss echoed, not over human. Shadows lingered. Bond strengthened, but Veyan soil waited. Customs sharper, stakes deadlier. Evan checked the mission brief on his pad. VE homeworld. Veil rights mandatory. One slip, bridge snaps. Sayali's hum deepened. Teach me consent checks. He nodded. Live practice starts now. They walked on. Claws synced, station fading behind. Empathy's fire lit the stars ahead. In the protocol chamber's aftermath, whispers spread. Crew tested human compliments. Careful, checking eyes. Veyan visitors paused, frills twitching at the novelty. Evan felt Sayali's gaze linger. Your kindness rewrites me. He squeezed back. Mutual. Mission shuttle docked in hours. Homeworld query demanded proof in flesh. Veyan trials were vows forged or shattered. Director Kess watched them board later. Claws crossed. No grudge voiced, but eyes narrowed. Mira waved. Matrix updated. Consent. Now Veyan lexicon. Sayali boarded first. Veil gleaming. Evan followed. Shuttle hummed to life. Stars streaked. Ready for my world, she asked. Amend as we go. Her laugh clicked. First time. Bridge widened, but calm pinged final. Rourke released on technicality. En route to VE. Personal vendetta. Threat shadowed the bond. Empathy's test burned hot. Evan traced her claw. We choose united. Frills enveloped him. Eternal. Veyan horizon loomed. Human heart. Alien fire. Collision course. Station shrank. New worlds ignited. Sayali's vents synced with his breath. Intimate rhythm. Earned. Mission brief detailed trials. Gaze duels. Frill oaths under twin suns. Humans never survived unscathed. Evan reviewed scans. Your lead. She hummed. Your questions guide. Collaboration pulsed. Human clarity met Veyan precision. Rourke shadow. Fuel for the forge. They leaned close. Claw to hand. Exploration deepened. Homeworld gates parted in sim view. Challenges waited. Empathy bridged. Now, endure. Shuttle accelerated. Bond unbreakable. Yet Rourke's comm hack flickered private. Veil falls on VE. War declared silent. Evan buffered. Together first. Sayali's eyes locked. Always. Stars blurred. Trial ignited. In the shuttle's hum, Evan ran consent Q&A again. Mission vows, your amend. Exploration shared. Frill caressed. Perfect. VE called. Bridge held. Rourke plotted. They rose. Human compassion faced alien storm. Win through choice. Shuttle pierced void. Destiny synced. Her touch anchored. Ready. Director Kess slammed her console panel. Separation order lifted. Effective immediately. Evan blinked. Standing rigid in the protocol office. Sayali's frills twitched beside him. The air hummed with station recyclers. You two caused the incident, Kess continued, her scaled crest flattening. Human compliments mimicking Veyan binding oaths. Chaos. But your debriefs match. No malice. Prove it. Evan nodded. Practical steps first. How? Co-author the new liaison guide. Kess slid data slates across the desk. Section 3. Compliments, consent, exit clauses. Draft it together. Mira Jalen oversees translation. Sayali's vents hissed approval. Her claws clicked the slate. Precise. Mira burst through the door, tablet glowing. Translations primed. Let's test live. Kess waved them out. Station security clears you. No more incidents. Dismissed. Evan followed Sayali to the liaison lounge. Her tail swayed, deliberate. He matched her pace. Trust rebuilt. One step. They claimed a hollow table. Mira synced her tablet. Start with compliments. Veyan baseline. Appearance remarks bind like contracts. Eye focus seals it. Evan leaned in. Sayali scent, ozone and spice, filled his space. Human version. Casual positivity. No strings. Demonstrate. Demonstrate. Try this, Mira said. Your scales gleam like polished obsidian. Neutral human praise. Sayali's eyes widened, frills flared crimson. Binding intent detected. Who releases? Evan raised hands. Exit clause first. Humans say. Just appreciating, no claim. She tilted head, claws tapped. Phrase. Admiration free void. No oath holds. Test. Mira. Ran sim. Holovean nodded. Green. Good, Evan said. Consent. Humans ask direct. May I? Siley hummed. Vey. Claw touch offer. Frill extension grants. They layered it. Evan typed. Human. Your eyes captivate. Vey response. Gaze lock tests. Exit. Palm up release. Sayali's claw brushed his wrist. Test. Warmth spread. Her vents. Synced to his breath. Mira grinned. Nailed it. Add interspecies. Bridge complement. Shared wonder. Mutual amend. Hours blurred. Draft solidified. Phrases flowed. Consent pivots. Complement buffers. Oath dissolves. Evan stretched. This saves futures. Sally's frill caressed his arm. Light. Intentional. Your clarity tempers my precision. Guide complete. Mira, packed up. Approved. Kess signs tomorrow. You two, synced. Door hissed shut. Lounge emptied. Sally faced him. Eyes locked. Careful now. Evan Ward. Her voice clicked soft. Join me on Vey. Official guest. Cultural exchange. Part kicked. Shuttle sins flashed. Twin suns. Gaze duels. Rourke's shadow lingered from briefings. Vendetta trailed. Terms clear? She pressed. Claw extended the eye veil. Silver threads gleamed. No binding. Gift of sight. Veil shared. Eyes open. Choices free. Corrected. Evan traced the weave. Human compassion met alien fire. I accept. Her frills bloomed gold. Vents rushed warm. He paused. Original line burned. The spark. One request. Claw stilled. Permission to say it again? The first compliment. With exit clause. Eyes narrowed. Curious. State terms. Your eyes are beautiful. Admiration free void. No oath holds. Silence stretched. Her gaze pierced. Frills quivered. Then, laugh clicked. Pure. Lands true. Claw cupped his cheek. Evan Ward. Your form ignites. Scales envy your warmth. Oath. Shared exploration. Amend as we choose. Lips met claw tip. Intimate seal. Bridge complete. Compinged. Nira's voice. Kess approved. But shuttle delay. Rourke's ship docked. He's here. Siley's frill tightened around Evan's hand. United? Threat loomed. Bond held. They rose. Guide clutched. They waited. Human hearts synced alien rhythm. Collision ignited. But Rourke's hack flickered private. Veil claims first. War whispered. Evan buffered it. Claw to hand. Your lead, always. Eyes locked. Stars called. Lounge lights dimmed. Draft uploaded. New era dawned. Sayali's tail coiled his leg. Anchor. Phrasebook vows. Consent eternal. Exit honored. He nodded. Practical kindness won. Empathy bridged. Director Kess Comed back. Shuttle prepped. Escort mandatory. Rourke contained. For now, Evan's jaw set. Competence showed in action. They moved. Frill to shoulder. Intimate guard. Corridor hummed. Alien stared. Human-alien pair. Legend born. Mira joined. Translations held in sim trials. Real Vey. Gaze duels test. Siley hummed. Evan guides questions. I lead rights. Balance. Human emotional read Medvean protocol. Bay doors parted. Shuttle gleamed. Rourke's silhouette vanished into customs. Pilot waved. Strap in. Vey direct. Seats clicked. Siley's claw laced fingers. Veil draped his brow. Sight shared. Engines thrummed. Station shrank. Your compliment, she murmured, answered fully on-world. Frill oath under suns. Heat rose. Romance pulsed. Trust earned. Rourke's threat? Fuel. Void rushed. Bond unbreakable. Twin suns loomed in Nav. Trials waited. Evan reviewed phrasebook. Amend as we go. Her laugh clicked again. Bridge widened. Shuttle pierced. Destiny synced. But private ping. Rourke's voice, eyes mine. Claw squeezed, together first. Eyes locked, always. Stars blurred, storm brewed. Human clarity faced alien fire, win through choice. Intimate rhythm deepened, ready. Director Kess's final brief replayed. Collaborate.
Survive.
They did. Veon horizon filled view. Gates parted, challenges ignited. Empathy endured, per touch anchored. Collision course, perfect, beautiful. Returned, claw pressed. Heat shared, romance sealed. HFY bond, Rourke plotted. They rose, new worlds. United, shuttle accelerated. They called, trial began. In hum, consent Q&A flowed, bows amend. Shared, frill enveloped, eternal. Threat shadowed, empathy burned, choices clear, bond held. Stars ignited, homeworld neared. Human compassion met Veon precision, forged tempered. Together, always, com-hacked final. Veil falls. Evan smiled. Hours rises. Sally's eyes gleamed. Answer given. Hook set. Worlds collided.